What's happening, everyone? It's Enzo here, EMGM Sports. I'm back with my boy Big A.
Yes.
We saying Big A? What's up?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Day off work. A lot of football news been transpiring. I want to talk about it, man. So let's get to it, bro.
It's been mad. It's been mad, man. A lot of things going on. A lot of things going on in the background. A lot of movement. Clubs getting new managers. Managers getting sacked. But you know what? Yeah, listen. Let's not even waste time. Let's go straight into it. Your beloved Manchester United. Yeah. Obviously, they've got the FA Cup final coming in at the weekend.
Yes.
Ten Hag. Rumors are, he's gonna get sacked straight after the game, whether Manchester United win or lose. Yeah, he's gonna get sacked, whatever. So, what I want us to do today, yeah, obviously, look, I'm not trying to disregard Ten Hag or anything like that, yeah, but let's look at the potential replacements for Ten Hag. Yeah, let's look at some of the names circulating here. Obviously, we start off first year with Mauricio Pochettino, who got sacked. Well, he left by mutual consent from Chelsea, yeah, but rumors are, he got pushed in it. Let's look at Poch first. Look, he done well. They struggled in the beginning of the season. They were struggling, they struggled. But for someone who inherited such a young team, a £1 billion team put together, the people at the top don't even know what the hell they're doing, yeah. Obviously, in the last few games, he won the last 5 games, got them back into Europe. Yeah. But he's left, yeah. First of all, what's your take on Poch leaving Chelsea?
I think it's a silly move if you ask me, but that's just typical Chelsea for you. They've always been a club. They don't really back their managers per se. You know what I mean? If a manager's not bringing some sort of level of success, they're quick to chuck that manager under the bus and move on to the next one. So it wasn't a surprising shock to fans like us to see a club like Chelsea do such a thing. You know what I mean? But in terms of Pochettino, I believe he will bounce back. He will get himself another job, you know what I mean? Because he is a good manager. He's proven that he's a Premier League manager. He can do a good job elsewhere. But maybe the Chelsea fit probably wasn't the right fit for him. But that's not to discredit him as a manager. I wish him nothing but the best of success somewhere else, pretty much.
Yeah, that's a silly movement because the way I look at that Chelsea job, okay, look. It's a progress, in it. You got a bunch of young players there, so obviously you want a manager to be there for a while to develop a style of play. Do you know what I mean? To get them, kickstart them, and it looked like in the last couple of games, with Poch, he's starting to do that. Do you know what I mean? He was winning games. He got them back into Europe. So, it's just a strange decision.
It's
getting rid of Poch. It don't make sense because. Yeah, whoever you bring in next is going to be in the same position Poch was at the start of the season.
Exactly. Just a recycle. Just keep going.
That's what I'm saying. The new manager, whoever comes in there, is going to have to get a style of play, Bring the players together. Try and work with all these young players.
All of that.
Why not just let Poch stay in there and just continue the work he's already been doing? Do you know what I mean? And he's starting to click. Why not just give him another season to do that? But anyway, man, that's Chelsea, man. They've always been silly with the managerial merry-go-round. But yeah, man, let's look at your man. I know you're an admirer of Poch. You know what I mean? I know I've spoken to you off air, and you've always liked him. But look, he's been linked to the Manchester United job. Obviously, he's now left Chelsea. He's linked to the Manchester United job. If Ten Hag gets sacked or leaves Manchester United after the FA Cup. What do you think? What's your take on Poch moving to Manchester United?
For me, I would say that ship has sunk. We was linked with him when he was at Tottenham, if I'm not mistaken. When we sacked Mourinho, they were trying to get him out of Chelsea, and out of Tottenham. Who was going to pay the compensation to get him out of Tottenham? At that time, I was a big admirer of the move. I said, yes, go get him. You know what I mean? Because we need something at that time, but. As time has progressed, I feel like we've gone past that ship. I feel Pochettino is not the right fit for United at this particular time. The rebuild that we're trying to do, I don't think he's the right fit. But I do believe he could do a good job elsewhere, but just not at Manchester United. At this current state.
At his current state, because obviously, if you look at it, obviously United, they've got like a new structure in place, isn't it? They've got all these director of football, all these new scouts and everything coming into place. So Ineos, they put all the pieces together, all the pieces to the puzzle. But do you think, obviously, you think that ship has sailed, yeah? But do you think
Yeah.
that with a new structure, yeah, with everything in place, do you see that some people think it could work? Like,
But
you don't see it at
he's
all.
no, I don't see it because he's not their first or second or third choice. I feel like
Mm.
those guys have their manager who they want, and they're probably already talking to their representatives. And Poch is just a name that's just he's just available, so his name is always going to get thrown in the hat because he's available now. It's the same thing with Tuchel. He's going to be available in the summer, so his name's going to be flying around everywhere. So of
Mm.
course you put him in the mix there, but I believe that they have one or two, maybe three managers who are above him in terms of who they want.
Yeah. But do you see? Obviously, look, Eric Ten Hag has had a lot of struggles this season with
Yep.
injuries and stuff like that. And a lot of people have accused Eric Ten Hag like, look, not having a style of play. We can clearly see like they're not playing as good. Do you know what I mean? Manchester United are not playing as good. The style of play has been non-existent this season. Yeah, but
Absolutely.
some of the struggles that Poch had at Chelsea, yeah. I feel like if you was to get the job, you have the same struggles at United as well, don't you think?
And if we kept the same players, yes, the struggles would have been
Mm.
the same. 100%. You're not wrong there at all. But I just feel like we're on the right stage in terms of we're trying to replace a manager, which has been reported. But at the same time, we can't just replace the manager. We got to get rid of the team as well. So we're hearing players like Varane, who's already announced he's leaving.
He's left. Yeah, Martial is
Yeah,
leaving.
Martial's leaving. We're hearing Casemiro's linked with a move to Saudi. You know what I mean?
Ericsson.
So yeah, exactly. So we're starting to see the team starting to get rid of the players whose legs are gone. We should say. So you know, I like Poch, but he was a good gamble when Mourinho left. Right now, I don't feel it's a good gamble for me. For me,
Mm. Okay, so Big A says that's a no to Poch, but he is at this current moment, his name is circulating. He is one of the
yeah,
hot favorites to take over if Eric Ten Hag was to get the sack after the FA Cup. Look at it, another potential candidate. You know what? Yeah, this one is come on nowhere. Like he's just. I'm an admirer of the guy. Yeah, I think he's done really well, but he's come on nowhere. Yeah. It's Kieran McKenna. And obviously, look, he
yeah,
was already involved with Manchester United when Oli
yeah,
was there. Was it Oli? Yeah.
absolutely. Yep,
He was
yep,
under Oli. So obviously, look, he's gone to Ipswich, done beats 2 back-to-back promotions, back in the Premier League, playing some great football. Do you know what I mean? There's a style of play. He's bringing all these youngsters in. They're playing great football. And that's what a lot of the Manchester United fans are craving, isn't it? They're craving
yeah,
that style of play. They're
yeah,
craving, someone that could come in and change the whole culture as well. But, Kieran McKenna, his name is there. Chelsea are currently linked to him as well. I'm hearing Chelsea want him as well.
Ooh.
McKenna, Man United. What do you think of him, man?
Oh, mate, yeah. This is a good one.
Mm.
Well, we've got to first give him credit where credit's due for him bringing up Ipswich. I think Ipswich haven't been in the Premier League in 22 years.
Something
Last
like
time they
that. Yeah, it's
did,
been a long
yeah,
time.
22 years, yeah, long
Yeah.
time. So you got to give credit where credit's due. I think his win ratio is like 57%, which is
Okay.
quite decent. Um, but there's always a but when it comes to unproven manager like a McCann.
Mm.
Um, he hasn't managed in the Prem. We don't know if he can handle the big games against Liverpool at Anfield, Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, Arsenal at the Emirates. You know what I mean? We haven't seen him under those, pressures. So if we were to get someone like a McKenna, it will be like Bayern Munich getting Vincent Company. It's a big gamble. You're gambling on potential.
Exactly.
It's potential that we're gambling on. You know what I mean? So they're probably looking at it like he's a young manager. We're trying to build a young team. He's British. You know what I mean? Ratcliffe was talking about he wanted a British manager. So maybe he's trying to push that boat there. Let's go get him. You know what I mean? And plus, he's been at the club before. Obviously, at the time under Oli, he had his ups and downs, but
Mm.
we've got to be careful how we tread with this one because a lot of these players that are currently at the club, they kind of threw him under the bus as well under Oli's tenure. So we've got
Mm-hmm.
to be very careful as well how we look at it. In terms of him coming to United, it's too soon, too early. I will say no. I would say no.
Yeah.
But the Chelsea move, I wouldn't put it past Chelsea if they did offer him the contract or they did go for him because, like I said earlier, they're looking for a yes man. And if McKenna's willing to do that and they supply him with money to even build that young team even more, then it's a win. It's a no-brainer for him. But I don't think that's his character, in my opinion.
The only thing with me with McKenna, one thing is with Manchester United, what that like Ineos having made clear, what exactly do they want? With someone like a McKenna, okay, you want to get rid of Eric Ten Hag, there's no style of play. Okay, cool. Get rid of Eric Ten Hag. I'm not really a fan of getting rid of Eric Ten Hag. Do you know what I mean? I feel like you should give him another season, let him work under the new structure, and then see how it goes in the first 3 months of the season. Do you know what I mean? And let's see where it goes for the bar. You bring in someone like a McKenna. Okay, cool. How long you giving him?
Exactly.
What's the project?
There you go.
Like, do you know what I mean? What? Okay, yeah. So, okay, cool. Get McKenna. Okay, bring someone like McKenna, young British manager doing well. Okay, first 5 games in the Premier League gets slapped up. Are we then calling him a PE teacher like we did with Oli? How long? No, seriously, bro. I'm being real. How long until the fan base starts calling him a PE teacher? How long Manchester United start getting bantered again? I'm telling you, because this was going to happen. He's going to lose 10 games, whatever. He's going to get knocked out of these FA Cup first rounds, whatever. They're going to call him a PE teacher. We're going to get bantered. I'm telling you right now. I don't have a problem. Bring McKenna in, but make the project clear. Tell him you've got 3 years to turn this team around. Yeah, and get rid of some of the deadwood, some of them players that have been causing problems in the dressing room. Yeah, get rid of all of them guys. Yeah, and give McKenna a clear start, a clear chance to build a team. Because I don't want to hear it. They hire someone like a McKenna. After 10 games, they call him a PE teacher, bro.
You know why I'm laughing at that?
Joke thing.
I know what. You know what? I agree with you. You know why I'm laughing at the statement you said PE teacher? Yeah. Because I was one of the people that was calling Oli a PE teacher. So that's why I'm laughing at it. So this is on Manchester United. I think they've done Eric Ten Hag a bit wrong here because he's preparing for an FA Cup final, and they have allowed themselves to leak information that they're talking to another manager's representatives about hiring them for the Manchester United role. So that's basically shown us that you are willing to get rid of Eric Ten Hag after the FA Cup final. You know what I mean? And I agree with you every sense. They need to have let us know what is the game plan, what's the structure, what's going to happen here. You know what I mean? The PR team's not doing a good job for me.
That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, you get someone like what? Let us know what's the long-term plan.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? You're not challenging City or Arsenal, them, man. Just leave it.
No.
What's your plan to get back into Europa League, Conference League? What Champions League? Make it clear in it because look. Someone like a Real Madrid will not hire McKenna.
No way.
Do you know what I mean? They go for the cream of the crop. Do you know what I mean? Like cream de la creme, the best in class here. Manchester United, just can't keep calling themselves a big club because they don't behave like a big club. They don't play like a big club. So, do you know what I mean? Make it clear. What is the long-term strategy? What is the project? You're gonna bring someone like a McKenna who's a young coach. Let him build a team. Let him bring you back into some type of competitiveness, yeah? Or bring someone with experience in here. This one I'm gonna come in with you now. The next candidate is De Zerbi. Obviously, look, he left Brighton by mutual consent, but everyone knows again he was kind of pushed in it because towards the end of the season he did start it. You can see the holes in it. You can kind of see like the relationship between him and the people above him just wasn't working. And again, De Zerbi, a lot of the fan base for Man United, they like De Zerbi. He's got a style of play. But when that style of play doesn't work, you can get, you know what I mean, you can get slapped up 6-5-0 as well. So, you know, again, De Zerbi, it doesn't take long in clubs, man. A year and a half to how long has he been in Brighton? Like
nearly
a season and a half or something.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. And he's gone. Do you know what I mean? Have they really progressed? Have they they qualify for Europa League and all them things there, but have they really progressed much since he came in when he replaced Potter? Do you know what I mean? Can De Zerbi, for me, has De Zerbi got the character to be a Manchester United manager? Because that's a totally different kind of pressure, man. What do you think,
Mm.
Big A?
Man, I like him. I really do like him. I like him a lot. Obviously, when I heard he was leaving Brighton, it was a bit of a shock to me because I thought maybe he can do one more year there. But his name has been, going around, not just in England but around Europe, that clubs want him. You know what I mean? So when he announced he was leaving, 24 hours after he announced he was leaving, we're hearing that he signed a secret deal with a club.
Mm.
So I started like questioning myself. I was like, what club is he linked with? Like Bayern need a manager, AC Milan need a manager. Barcelona just got rid of Xavi after they announced they were keeping him, and then United, we're hearing about Eric Ten Hag leaving. So I'm thinking, what club has he signed this deal with? You know what I mean? I couldn't figure it out, and obviously in due time we'll know what club he's gone to. But in terms of him coming to United, it will be a better shout than a McKenna for me. For me, you know what I mean?
What,
I
because of
think,
his experience?
yeah, because of his, just touching on that, because of his experience, we've seen him in the Prem. He's had some good results, also some bad results. But it's like you said earlier, they will have to sit him down and present him a project.
Mm.
Basically, it won't be a long-term project. Probably be, listen, we'll give you 2 years, maybe 3. Show us what you're made of. Can you deal with improving young players? Because we're looking to go more onto the youth side than we are just splashing 100 million on a 30-year-old player. You know what I mean?
That's what.
So with that being said, I would take him out of the managers you've named. I would take him 100%. But I'm not the one that makes the decision. We just have to see how it transpires after the FA Cup final. Because one thing we do know, Eric Ten Hag is certainly gone now. After we're hearing that United talking to representatives of other managers.
Yeah, there's no smoke without fire, innit?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to touch on something you said there. Yeah, you said about De Zerbi. You said they're gonna have to present with a project, and it's not a long-term project. You
Yeah,
said 2 to 3 years. Like, obviously, look, when we was growing up, where we grew up with Sir Alex Ferguson. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all we knew until he left. Then United became all these suck and higher type of club. Yeah, but is that almost what United have to be now? Like, is that what is got to where there is no long-term strategy, where it has to be a case where a manager comes in, does well, and then in year 2, 3 flops, get rid, bring in the next flavor of the month. He does a year 2 flops, bring in and like it's almost like we're at a kind of Chelsea, we're becoming Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you think, yeah, realistically, look, he's worked for other clubs, isn't it? Madrid is worked wonderful for Madrid, he's worked for Chelsea as well in the past, he's
Yeah.
worked here. But with Man United, with the current crop of players, yeah, with the finances involved as well, yeah, there's not much money left. They have to sell a lot of players to bring players in. I'm hearing that Ineos only has like 35 million to spend. Yeah,
Really?
unless that's what I'm hearing. Unless they sell the likes of Casemiro, they sell Rashford, and they sell other players there to raise funds. Wan-Bissaka might be sold to raise funds. Yeah,
Mm.
is that what United are right now? No long-term project, short-term project. See how it goes. Bring in the next flavor of the month.
Unfortunately, that's how it has to be at this current state. Yes, because I think a lot, like you said, we grew up on a Sir Alex Ferguson era where a manager may stay at a club long term. Even Arsene Wenger stay at a club for a long term. But
Mm.
those managers are not around no more. So it makes sense to give a manager 2 years to see how he does. And if he can't live up to expectation of what's expected of him or expected of the club, then rightly so, you move them on and you go get another manager who can fill those boots. But I agree with you. We don't want to fall into the same trap as Chelsea, but modern day football is not how it was back then. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, with you looking at Guardiola and Man City, before they even got him, they wasn't keeping managers for that long as well. Because I think they had like Mark Hughes, Mancini, and then Pellegrini. So
Pellegrini came in.
yeah, exactly. So those managers, unfortunately, right now they don't exist in terms of long term. But if we can find one who can give us, 3, if we're lucky, 5 years, then that's a bonus itself. You know what I mean? But yeah, for the fact that you've told me we've got a short amount of money and we have to sell players, then it kind of fills my suspicion that they're looking to go youth. They're looking to go
That
youth.
that that
So
that,
yeah,
that's where I raise my case and I
yeah,
say, make it clear to the fan base
yeah.
exactly what this project is about.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like a portion of the fan base are still disillusioned. They expect whatever manager comes in to be challenging for the league.
Straight
Those
away,
days
yeah,
are gone,
yeah.
mate.
It's gone.
Mate,
It's gone.
mate,
It's
mate,
gone.
forget it, bro. Mate,
No.
you're struggling to beat the Nottingham Forest, the Burnleys of this world. Forget the league. Like, we ain't even qualified for Europe, mate. Like, forget, like, who are these people? Are just disillusioned, bro. I don't, mate. These guys need to make the project clear. Say, look, we're now a mid-table club.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have long-term project. Yeah, which we are.
Yeah.
Have a long-term project where look, we're gonna bring the youth in, bring a young manager in, steady the ship, get us playing, identify a style of play that even if a manager leaves, the next manager coming in sticks to that same. Is always the same style of play. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like United are at that stage where it's a vital. The club's in danger. I'm trying to tell you, yeah.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
The club's in danger. Like, we look at Man City. They've won what? 6 of the last 7 leagues or whatever they've won. Do you know what I mean? Like, 4 in a row. They've done the treble. We keep thinking, oh yeah, man, mate. Before you know it, they'll overtake us like a joke. Like a joke. People are like Manchester United are, mate. They're at the crossroads right now. If they don't make the right decisions, yeah, I'm telling you, man, the club's gonna be in big trouble, man.
That's what I'm
Mate,
saying.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's
I just want to throw in a last name for you there.
Yeah.
I think this is probably one of the ones that is a strong candidate. He's not really in the mix at the moment. He's been forgotten about. But this last one, Thomas Tuchel. He's got everything that he's got experience. He's a winner. Can he come in? Look, if we're not looking long term, Tuchel's not a long-term manager. Can we just bring him in for 2 years, see how it goes?
But that's going back to your statement where you say fans are the disillusion. Like, if they do want that manager to challenge for the title in 1 or 2 years, he's your guy. He's your guy. He will give it a good push. You know what I mean? And he might even surprise a lot of people. But Tuchel, for me, I don't want him. I like him a lot. I feel like he should try his luck in Europe. I don't think he should come back to the Premier League. But in terms of him coming to United, I would say no. I would say no. I don't want another Chelsea manager.
Yeah. The thing about Tuchel as well, I just feel like Tuchel, if you're gonna bring him in, he needs the funds.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
He can challenge for a title. He can definitely push the team, but I feel like he's gonna need a certain player, certain caliber player in each position here to really thrive, to make that team thrive. Do you know what I mean? If you're gonna go the youth route, yeah, and spending less and bringing potential in, I don't think that's Tuchel.
No,
I don't think that's it just don't work for him.
Yeah,
he needs a ready-made team. Do you know when he took over Chelsea? Lampard done kind of a lot of the dirty work already. Do you know what I mean? Lampard got Kante in there, Mason Mount, all these players were already in there. Thiago Silva was already in there. And then when Tuchel came in, the team was ready. He just gave them that extra push that they needed. He had that extra quality that Lampard didn't have. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're right. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's Manchester United managers. Obviously for you, De Zerbi, clear candidate.
Let's try with him, man. You know what I mean? I like him. He's young. You know what I mean? He's managed in the Prem. I think he'll do well at United. You know what I mean? If he has the right people around him, they give him the full backing, the full support, he can surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, man, definitely. Let's see what happens anyway. Eric Ten Hag, he's got 1 game left to prove himself. If he wins the FA Cup, wherever he stays, wherever he goes, man, listen, there's no smoke without fire. The news is out there. It seems like his job is in danger. It looks more likely like he's going to lose his job in it. So obviously me and Big A today just discussing some of the candidates that are coming forth, potential replacements for Eric Ten Hag. So, yeah, man, we'll be back for the FA Cup preview as well. We're gonna be checking that out, looking at the teams, and
yes.
see who's gonna come on top of the Manchester derby in the FA Cup. So that'll be good. Listen, Big A, nice to
Yes.
have you today with me, man. Appreciate that, bro.
Definitely, G. Come on. Always.
Yeah.
You get me? Love it, man.
Man. See you in a bit. One.
Peace.